to check in. April 6th, I thought I would check in. I'm going to repeat about my day sewing with a serger. Maybe I'll do that after. The thought I wanted to express to start the video, and I thought it'd be easier to talk about, is wings. So I was reading, I don't know, Orville Wright, planes, birds. The air on top moves faster than underneath the wing. I think that's the dynamic to understand getting liftoff. It occurred to me that if you're going to self-endow your crown in the crowd, hyphenated, it basic as a primary mover without ever being the air right here, basically it affords you the top hat of the air that moves faster on top to be seen as a primary mover for no reason ea.ven, but nonetheless, if you're crowning yourself as the primary mover, top hat, where the air moves faster, it affords you the largesse to make up anything you want. On the same paradigm, again, you're not the air, and you could be anything but the air right here. Okay? So basically what I'm talking about is you can't keep up with the lie. Okay? That was one of my thoughts today. Because I was reading something about wings and flight and airplanes, and I was like, huh, that's interesting meta. The air on top moves faster than the air beneath the wings, and then it just occurred to me in my own meta and dynamic and arrangement and understanding things from things, you can't keep up with the lie. If you are the primary mover for no reason ea.ven, meaning you can be anything but the air right here, anything but that. It provides you the largesse to make up anything you want, except being the air right here, okay? Which is basically a lie, because you're speaking for a value in a container with a law for the people under God, okay? But you're not the air right here, nor do you care to be, nor can you, okay? Get up the income of the crowd you crowned as your witness, okay? And cast the stone as well, okay? In reception, okay? If you're perceived as the primary mover for no reason ea.ven, your air moves faster. You can't keep up with it, okay? That's a problem. That's a problem. If you keep giving malfeasant value, your dime, okay? Malfeasant value is if they're not forking over the air right here, they don't intend to, okay? What do you have to teach the air how to be the air right here? Well, law-t seems to think so. -d. All right, so that was my little thought on wings and air and movement and the real prime mover, okay? Understanding the lie, dowing with war, is to keep your money going towards protection you don't need for you, but you need protection for you because you're making up the lie 2 by 2, okay? If your conversation wasn't nonstop, for no reason thieving, you know, some people probably wouldn't get an idea to pick up the gun and wonder, how do I become someone among you two? Okay? So I was doing some sewing today and I was pretty excited about it. I was very industrious. I finished some bivy sacks, which are used in hiking. Sleeping bag liners. They have a little zipper, mosquito netting, pullouts if you want to basically build like a little tent formation for your sleeping bag. And I get this work on occasion because I have a serger and the fabric frays, and so Dave O at Oware, O-W-A-R-E, he doesn't have a serger, so when he needs projects with a serger, he will send them my way, and he likes me to use a quality thread, as these are lightweight, but should be sturdy items for hiking and camping, often outdoor survival schools as well. And I have industrial machines and I only use good thread, and I was thinking about the meta of serger. Serger is great on a stretch fabric, and you have an option of using 3 or 4 threads, and you have a straight stitch. You can use 1 needle or 2. If you're using 2 needles, that second straight stitch is a safety stitch. So if you pop one, then you have another row, and then you have 2 other threads that run through the serger and they cover. So it zigzags basically so it won't fray. So it lays down straight stitches, 1 or 2 rows, and then covers top and bottom of the seam as it cuts with the blade. And what else? What other fascinating meta? I think I'll let that start there. I've been studying cryptocurrency, blockchain, different new social media platforms, and I'm still doing that. I'm looking forward to expanding into new territory. And what else? A new opportunity and a new face. One would hope, where I don't have to fend doft stupid, okay? I would say looking into this new social media option, and you will see this on the website, my steps to finding out what works and what doesn't. I already feel like it has flaws. When I say flaws, I've read some of the posts, and I don't believe in what some people are doing. So there's a part of me who doesn't want to be involved or kind of feels like chagrin before I even start. But then there's another part of me, it's like, you know what? I'm here to represent myself, and I've got a cycle. I can do that, and so I'm actually optimistic. Um, I don't know the quite the right way to say preface. Um, I would say that in the past, my MO would be I got to read on something and I know not to go there because that's bullshit. Okay. I just do my own thing. Uh, Part of me getting smarter is to see things coming and get out of the way, or knowing how to take energy like chi and redirect it. you know? Um, but now I'm kind of like, you know what? Expression is my forte. And I see potential in expanding. And anyway, I think for me the optimism is concentrating on what I want. Also, the old feeling of chagrin is basically when I look at something and get a read on it and know its value. Um, in terms of wanting to get into it or not. Uh, Maybe that's not the right way to put it. When I first got Minnow is my first dominant dog. He is a male. He came fixed. I got him at 1 year and 3 months as a rescue, full bred rescue, before he was actually a breed. So after I got Minnow, the American Kennel Club recognized the Chironecco as a breed. It's a Egyptian pharaoh hound that grew up on the island of Sicily and shrunk 20 pounds due to island living, and they say the other animals shrunk as well. Um, I would tell people, because they think Minnow's female, and I go, no, Minnow's dainty in build, mighty in spirit. And Minnow likes to put Elvis on everything. When I first got him, he's going to be 5 April 15th on tax day, so he's kind of mellowed out. But when I first got him, there wasn't anything animate or inanimate, two-legged or four-legged, and in a variety of positions that Minnow didn't want to put Elvis on, okay? Like, walking down the street here, Congress Street, Minnow glommed onto another dog's head and started putting Elvis on the dog. And I was like, does it count as domination if your dog doesn't know? And my dog is, dominating. I'm on Congress Street trying to pull my dog off of another dog's head while he's like dancing like Elvis. I'm like, oh God. I'm kind of embarrassed, just a little bit. Minnow has a lot of drive. I'd change my pillowcase, he'd be like, awesome, I'm gonna do something here too. And I'm like, no. I try to do yoga in the apartment and, pitch a leg backwards, and Minnow's like, cool. And I'm like, oh no, this is not really the relationship that I thought we were going to have. Well, I kind of got tired of him glomming onto everything that one day I just let him have a leg. Here, go for it. And so he just kind of, he just did his doggy thing until the zeitgeist, the spirit of the times, waned. And then I'm like, okay, see? Minnow, you've got a lot of drive. You just don't know where you're going. Okay? So, let that be the last resolve. That's what I see about the new social media platform. There's a lot that I like about the structure. I see necessity and opportunity with my own resolution, okay, of what of an exodus from this, okay, and I see a container. I see a workable container. I also see flaw. I see things where I'm like, ooh, I don't want to comment on that because I don't believe in that, okay? I don't believe in the logic of that presentation of what this person's putting forth. Like I'm saying, I did check, kind of like seeing who's posting what, and I'm like, ooh, I want to touch that. And so I see flaw, but I'm optimistic because I know it's missing. The destination's missing, and besides being utterly necessary for shape, well, I'm optimistic that I'm not going to be. It's going to be a teaching opportunity, I think. I've kind of stood on the outside for a little bit looking at this. It's an opportunity to teach, and I believe I can do that graciously because I know I can save my face. And I know its value, and I see what's missing. So I wasn't happy with, and I didn't look a whole lot. On the other side of that, I found some inspiring content, which I also put on my website on the GoFig. Basically, it's a pathway of what I see, and what I see also informs me to think and reflect. So all right. I am weaving a little bit, but no but. I'm weaving a little story, just hanging out. Not hanging gout. Remember, there's an it, tit, and it in there. Hanging tit and it. Think of it as H is silent. It's a given. Hanging tit, tout. Hanging out, not gout. Meaning that the language ea.ven speaks through the gaps. So you know how to read into that hat. What else? All right, I'll get this up. I can start paving a pathway. I'm I'll start shaping a platform then, and invitation, engagement with your peers. Peers that want to be here.